Today is a sad day, a disgusting day. But it is an eye opener for those who believe that things are better. Things are different. Everyone is about love, peace, and happiness because we're all humans. We live in a world where someone gets shot and killed, and everyone mourns and feel heartbroken because a life was taken. We live in a world where people will not make heartless comments knowing that a sibling, a parent, or anyone close to a victim, to someone who died from a heartless act caused by a group of people who's supposed to protect and serve and supposed to follow training, follow the rules. They were trained to act in a certain way. They were trained to handle business in a particular way, at a particular time, in a particular event that may occur. You are supposed to handle yourself in a certain way and carry out your acts in a certain way. And in this beautiful, loving, kind world, these people who supposed to protect and serve, follow these guidelines to a T. I'm sorry. This is not this world. It's not. It is not. It is not. And it comes to a point to where we need to stop worrying about what the outsiders think. It comes to a point to where we need to stop worrying about connecting with these outsiders. It comes to a point to where we need to stop worrying about mingling with these outsiders. But there are some that are in the protest. They're putting their lives on the line. Kudos to them. Kudos for them. Great, good, great, grand. We talking about maybe barely a handful that are out there protesting, saying Black Lives Matter, and standing up for what they believe is right, which is right. Those little barely, not even a handful is what you're concerned about? What about the major, huge thousands, hundreds of thousands of outsiders who are laughing, who are making hateful comments, quick to say all lives matter, but you're upset because we're talking about a life that was taken. Well, you people want to support criminals. He's a criminal. Why would you want to support a criminal in his criminal ways? Thought this was America. I thought here in America, everyone deserves to live. And everyone is proven, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. And I see confusion. I'm just telling you for what I've seen. And I'm going to continue to look into this, read, listen, and do whatever I have to do and can do to get a better understanding. But the more that I listen, the more that I see, the more that I pay attention to this, I see confusion within the media. I see confusion within the law enforcement and the community. One moment they saying it was too early to tell. Blah, 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 blah. Shots let off. Now it's he did have a knife. Then it's a cell phone, people saying. And I'm speaking from personal experience, witnessing police acts and experiencing at a young age of 8 years old, experiencing outsiders going against you, saying things about you just in a school with silly things, and witnessing actual criminal activity with the cops, accusing, setting people up. I've seen that happen. I've witnessed it happen. I've walked in the black community and seen it happen. I grew up in the school system, grew up at an early age of 8 in the school system and had the same thing happen to me. Only thing, it wasn't no criminal activity. So I'm not just sitting up here talking out of my neck. You're so quick to call people racist, but I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason why I am not a racist, which I'm kind of wondering how could I be a black person be racist, but that's a different story. But anyway, I wouldn't have a total hate. I would have a total hate, and I would be very distasteful and bitter towards the outsiders if it wouldn't have been for a couple of outsiders who stepped in at the age of 8 and tried to help me out in the school system, who stood up for me, put their jobs on the line for me. Just like they have a few in those protests. So no, I don't have a big, great hate and distaste, and I'm not a bad taste for outsiders. But at the same time, I'm not gonna let that blind me. I'm not gonna let that confuse me. I'm not gonna let that soften me up and want to second guess and backtrack. Because I know for every one there's 1,000 more ready to laugh at you, ready to go against you, and will never understand, don't want to understand. They will try to dig up other previous things, activities that happened to a outsider that was may have done wrong to him. Wasn't as bad, but it happened. They try to compare like we're kindergartners. He hit me. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he hit me. He hit me. Okay, so there was an outsider who had something wrong done to him or her. Okay, get your little t-shirt, put it on, and still go out here and say, you know what? This happened to him as well. But right now, look what happened to this person. And we're going to ride for this person. We're going to sit up here, talk about this person. We're going to do this. And we're going to, yada, 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 etc., etc. Because you said all lives matter. So therefore, you shouldn't be upset when you see someone sitting up there of the opposite color, the opposite race, opposite nationality, standing up for another person that looks like them and saying that their lives matter, our lives matter. You shouldn't get mad because you said all lives matter. And right now, we're dealing with a particular group of people. I know you heard this over and over probably already, but I'm going to say it anyway. All body parts matter. But if you have a particular sickness in one part of the leg, part of the body, you're not going to sit up and say all body parts matter. We're going to deal with that body part right now, and it's all about that body part because that particular body part matters, and we're going to get into that patient head. Come on, this matters. You need this. If people go out and try to tell you about a particular animal that is endangered, and they go out trying to save this particular animal, trying to keep these particular animals from being extinct. I don't know, say if the monkey race was endangered, or wolves, or bears. For instance, say the bees, because they are endangered. What if the bees go out there and people who are out there talking about bees and trying to protect the bees and this and that, keep their population, want to help their population grow? What you gonna sit up and say? All insects matter. All flying creatures matter. All animals matter. That's what you're gonna say? If dogs were extinct and they said we need to save these animals, these dogs, their lives matter. We need to keep them. They are so loyal and brought so much loyalty, love, trust, and even help save many lives. We need to keep their population growing. We need to save them. What you gonna sit up here and say? Look now, stop that. All lives matter. You know that dog was filled with rabies. You know that dog did this, that dog did that. All animals matter. Come on now. Is that what you're gonna say? Well, I'm sure whoever listening to this is gonna laugh. Go ahead, laugh it up. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. And continue to prove what I've always said to be right. Go ahead. So, make your comments. Some already try to make comments on my previous YouTube video. Shouldn't have deleted them. Some I did stay. I don't know if they removed themselves because I refuse to fight with you. I'm not. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm going to let you expose yourself. Go ahead. Expose yourself. And let our children sit back and watch them. Don't retaliate at these. Don't retaliate with ignorance and yell and scream and curse back with these people. No. No, we're not going to do that. Let them expose themselves. Let them expose themselves. Let them be who they are and just let your children see. Let your children see. So they don't grow up blinded. Let your children see. So they won't grow up gullible and thinking that it's okay. It's a new day. Everything is all right. They have my best interest. They have me in their hearts and in their mind. They care. Because it's a lie. Their hearts will get broken and they'll be caught with the element of surprise, which could be their last. Rest in peace, Trayford, Pellerin. Peace and love to the family of Trayford. Friends as well. Let this be a lesson, people. It's time for us to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, as they like to tell us. Put our straps together. Put our minds together. Put our hands together. Put our thoughts and meditation together. And move as a unit on our own. If a few want to join us, okay, cool, all right. It's what it is, what it is. But the main focus, it has to be us because they're always going to laugh at us. They're always going to criticize us. They don't get along. And when people don't get along, they're always arguing, they're always bickering, and they're always being violent towards each other. And they never can understand each other, and they don't try to understand each other. And even if they do try to understand each other, they don't understand each other. Well, you know what that means? What you always do, you separate the people. So guess what? We need to separate ourselves. And all that, we causing the separate. Maybe that's best. We go here, you go there. We meet up every now and then, take care of business, yada yada, and then leave and go on back where we belong. Maybe it's best that way. Maybe we do need to be sectioned off. The green over here, the yellow over there, the brown over there, the pink over there, the white over there, the gray over there. The bushes over here, the that over there, the trees over here, whatever. Every now and then we come together to do this, we do that, we work, we do whatever. And after that, we go back over here, we do this, we do that. Maybe that's how I need to be. Maybe that's how I need to be. The people that wants to be together, don't want to separate, they be over there. Maybe that's how it has to be. It won't make the world perfect probably, but I tell you what, I think it'll be a whole lot better. There'll be a lot more satisfied people. I'd rather be by myself with a bunch of people who understand me, who think like me, who not maybe think exactly like me, but for the most part, who understand, I can get along with better. I'd rather be around them than be around someone that's never going to understand me, never want to sit up there and look at things from my point of view, only from their point of view. And is always fussing and arguing and violence. I think I'd rather live away from that with people who can understand me, who can relate to me better. We never should have fought for integration. That should have been the last thing on our to-do list. The last thing on the agenda. Maybe one day we will get this separation. But until then, damn it, you're going to respect us.